Okay, today is a video on a bee feeder. Now, these will go inside. This in here, let's put this in over here on the side. And I'll show you how it kind of sets together. You got a cap, okay, and then you have a lid, goes on top. And then you put this inside your beehive, okay. What you do is, you fill this up for sugar, or you'll put sugar water together. You know, you would take maybe 50-50 and mix it, okay? Or you can make sugar candy. Now, sugar candy just made by sugar and water, and you just get you a big tray and you put your sugar inside of it, and then you damp it with water. So much water. There's some recipes online you can look up, and you just kind of let it dry. You let the water dry in the sugar, and it compresses it like candy. You know, you just kind of smash down a little bit, compress it, and then you can break it and put chunks like this, so the bees will have something to eat in the winter. Because it's, you know, it's a little hard to get anything in the winter time. Just, you know, it's nothing blooming. But I thought it'd be pretty nice. And what happens here, if you use sugar water, you would use this cap. Okay, and that allows the bees to come up through the center and come around here and drink the sugar water. Now, if you're not going to use sugar water, candy, you would just leave that off, and your bees would come up through the center, come around here, and they'd have the sugar or the sugar candy and go back down through the center. So that's another cool thing too, you know, because basically the old way I do is just sugar candy, how I do it. And you'll put these two units together. You have your sugar or sugar candy, whatever in it. You put your lid on it, and this goes inside your box, okay, for the winter time. So when you go to feed your bees, you can just take the lid off the top of it, pull this cap off or this lid off, and then put your whatever you're going to put in it, and then just close it back up, and you're done. That's great. I wanted to try it for the first year, give it a shot. Everybody talks about it. But the problem I'm having, this is my second order now, is, it's not this one here. This one here come cracked. It's got a great big crack in it. I sent this back, and I'm not for sure if they're all just cracked or what. So what I see is the problem is getting these apart, and these guys are pulling these. Most likely this one's pulled, crack is on the top. It's not on the bottom, it's on the top. So they pulled it this way. And this was my top one, I guess. Okay, that's the way I bought it. And the other one, when I returned, did the same thing. So I figured, well, you know, the next one's not going to be cracked, but yes, it is. And they're not a lot of money, but it's still, you know, it still costs you something for them. You don't want them damaged. And I see the problem they're having is on the bottom of this, there's no ridges on this, but in here there's some ridges. So yes, it's going to have a, it's going to want to stick no matter what you do. It's going to want to stick. So they're smashing these down, like pressing down on these. So they probably have a whole big stack of a whole bunch of them, and that's the way the factory puts them out. And they're shoving them down, and it might be a little bit of the way this is cut. It could be a little bit of a ridge on the way it's cut right here. So I sat there and I tried to figure out how to get it apart, and I came up with something that I couldn't believe it. Just, you know, after pulling on it for a little while to try to see if it would come apart, I did. So what I did is, they're both together like this. I don't want to shove them back in. I have to do it again. I took a knife, and I stuck it underneath the one on the top, and then I just slid it all the way around. I didn't shove it way back in there, just a little bit. You can try whatever you want. And stuck it in there like this, and I just kept turning. See, if you look at it, it kind of catches on the inside, and it just popped even like that. So I wanted to let you guys know that if you buy these, I mean, you can buy two at a time, take the chance that they're broke like this, or you know, if you buy one at a time, of course, if it's broke, it's basically their fault. But you know, if I keep buying these broke and send them back, they're not going to send them to me. They're going to say I broke them. But a little bit easier way to get them apart that people don't, you know, you guys don't pull on them. But I thought it'd be a cool thing this year, and do a small video and show you guys. and basically how you get it apart is probably the most thing about the video, and try to help everybody out a little bit. So, okay, well, there you go on the bee feeder. First time I've ever going to try them is be this year. They're not real heavy plastic, and I hope it helps somebody out to get them apart. Just, you know, take your time. So, all right, thanks for watching.